And greetings YouTube gamers, welcome to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro and welcome back to the channel. Classic JRPG fans, let me tell you, today I have the perfect game for you. Today I bring you guys my review of Gael's Quest. Gael's Quest is a retro-inspired pixel art JRPG that draws influences from the 16-bit era and presents itself with a clean, simple and fresh approach. This footage right here speaks for itself. What you see is definitely what you get. What we have here is a modern 16-bit JRPG, pretty much like Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Terra Enigma, Secret of Mana. So again, if you grew up with those games, if you like those old school 16-bit JRPGs from the good old times of the Super Nintendo, I think that you will be interested in this game. Although, let me warn you, this is a short game and much more simpler. The story takes place in a medieval fantasy world where we will fight monsters, explore new areas, buy and sell equipment to upgrade our character, level up to gain new powers and abilities, and unfold the story. And about the story, well, it's kind of generic one. It is your typical JRPG story. In Gael's Quest, we play as the protagonist Gael, a young and talented warrior who, after receiving a vision of his grandfather fighting a monstrous dragon, decides to go on an adventure to discover what happened to him. Along the way, he will fight many monsters, facing foes, improving his abilities, interact with other characters, make new allies, and discover new secrets during his travels. The gameplay mechanics are pretty straightforward. We have our basic movement keys, we have the spacebar to interact with objects and NPCs, and the mouse button to select our commands. Like I said, this is a short game with 20 different quests in total in the story arc with side quests included. And for combat, we have our classic and pretty straightforward turn-based RPG. We have random battle encounters where we can fight up to 4 enemies at once, using weapons and magic, and of course we get both experience and gold points upon victory and also by completing quests. We can also buy new equipment like weapons and armor, and also potions to regain our health and mana points, or even potions to poison our enemies. There are also magic rings available for purchase to improve our stat bonus. And yes, there is grind involved. Of course there is grind. I mean, it is a JRPG. It is a 16-bit inspired JRPG. But the thing is that it never feels boring or tedious, and after all, I mean, it is a short game. But for all the grind enthusiasts out there like me, there is definitely room for it. But it's not like you need to exhaust yourself with grinding. I mean, the game is pretty easy, but to finish it, you really need to improve your character and buy the best equipment in towns. But now, let's talk about the graphics, because that's what really caught my attention in this game. The graphics, well, they're 16-bit styled. It has awesome pixel art, it has a variety of landscapes like towns, forests, castles, caves, dungeons. The textures are pretty good, the animations, like the game itself, are simple but very fun and fluid. It looks and plays great, and let me tell you, if I didn't know that I was playing, a modern game, this could easily be like a Super Famicom or Super Nintendo JRPG. So they really did their homework, and they really captured that old school vibe into this game. About the music, well, we have classic chiptunes, memorable and catchy songs, diverse enough to fit each situation within the game. We have the classic inn or town theme. We have an amazing battle theme also. It's very well done, it's very catchy, and I really enjoyed the soundtrack. Now, here's a little bit trivia about this game that it's very curious, and I find it to be fascinating. This game was programmed, designed, written, and published by a French-Canadian duo from Quebec, by 2 game designers named Luca Lemire and William Harvey, using Unity. But get this, guys, these kids, yeah, they're kids, are 14 and 15-year-old. From my research, I believe that it took them 1 year to finish this game, to completely make this game. I mean, it's amazing. 2020, young kids, young game designers making a retro-inspired JRPG. I mean, it's awesome. And this is another solid proof that retro gaming is alive and well, because these guys, these 2 kids, I mean, they definitely played the games that I've mentioned previously. Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, and I believe that they make a phenomenal job with Gael's Quest. Now, to sum it up, my final thoughts, is this a game for you? Well, again, if you like JRPGs, if you grew up playing these old school 16-bit games on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, or the Mega Drive, if you like classic old school pixel art and chiptunes, if you like adventure, if you like exploration, if you like turn-based combat, but at the same time, if you don't want to spend, dozens of hours in a single game, well, this might be the game for you. Again, it is a short game. I would say that a run will be around 5 hours more or less. So if you're craving to get into an old school 16-bit JRPG, or if you're trying to get into the genre, well, maybe this is the game for you and probably a very good place to start. Me personally, you guys know me, I had fun with the game. I mean, this is my comfort zone. I love these type of RPGs. The game is already available on Steam, so feel free to check it out. So this was the review of GAEL'S Quest, a brand new 16-bit pixel art inspired JRPG, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and let me know down below if you are a JRPG fan. And just out of curiosity, let me know down below what are your favorite 16-bit RPGs? Guys, if you have the extra time and patience, feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put a like in this video. Please subscribe to the channel and take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community, and game a lot.